Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. So it is now April. As mentioned in the previous episode, I have skipped a few months just because there was nothing for us to do in the winter time, although during those few months that we've skipped, I was checking up on the sheep and the greenhouses. Done the water as you can see, and they did have enough food, but it's now time to top up the trough with the hay which we made at the end of last year. They have produced wool, the bees are producing honey, the crops are growing, yep, definitely growing. The grass is looking pretty good, so I think first cut is pretty much here. We do need to start mowing again, and we need to plant the sorghum. Yep, as you can see here, April, sorghum, planting season, brilliant. So today is that opportunity to put that crop in, and just looking at the used vehicle section, nothing of use for us today. However, in February, there was a sprayer, but even though it had a really good discount, it was £27,000, so we couldn't afford it, which is a shame. It was a big sprayer though, so yes, it was probably too big for our farm anyway. But we need some kind of fertilizer spreader or sprayer at some point in the very near future. The canola crop is desperate for it. A few episodes back, if you missed it, we were cultivating and stone picking in this field. Actually, it's the worker field. I've been doing most of the jobs in there with a worker. I've been focusing on the grass field. But now the time has come for me to start putting in the sorghum myself. And we do have enough seed, which is nice. But yeah, we're looking out for a fertilizer spreader and we're looking out for a mower. I think maybe actually at this stage a mower is going to be the priority. Because that grass crop is certainly ready for a cut. And the sooner we can get that put into the silage pit, the better. Okay. There we go. Yep, over the winter time I changed the output mode for the greenhouse to selling, so that's why we have more money. I think in the previous episode we had £17,000, and now because of the strawberries that have been sold, we have 22,771. Lovely. Right, so I'm going to change the crop type. There we go, that is the sorghum icon. We already have 84% seed in here. And no, I won't be doing the whole field myself just because it is a pretty big field for this particular drill, but we'll do some. The more we can do, the better to keep costs down. And I really look forward to doing the harvesting. The first time I would have harvested sorghum in FS22. Good tractor this, very good tractor for this particular job, just the right size. And now more than ever I'm going to have to keep a very close eye on the used machinery markets, because if there's something which we really need but I still think it's a bit expensive, we're just going to have to go with it, because otherwise we're going to be buying new. So yeah, we have to take advantage of the used machinery equipment. I can't miss opportunities. Right, so as you can see, the seed is being consumed slowly. We should have enough in here anyway to do this whole field. So, yeah, with the exception of the odd pile of rocks you might see, this field is lovely and clean. Yes, there is the odd pile of rocks. I knew there was one somewhere. Okay, right. Let's get this done. Piece of canola which I left here accidentally. think it must have been in one of my demonstration videos when I was showing the worker system. Okay, there we go. Luckily no more rocks appeared. So, I'm just going to leave that worker to continue. It's almost finished anyway, it's over halfway. So, in the meantime, I can start to deal with the wool. And there is honey as well. I think it's a full crate of honey, so... Actually, what I do is I put the pallet fork into the pallet, and it will show me how full it is. I'll just take the cultivator off first of all. Okay, so it's actually not that full yet. It's only 63% full. If the price is right, we can sell it. Otherwise, it's not worth it. So if I just find wool on this list, £2,385 for 1,000 litres. But then there are fabrics and clothes. Wow, look at the price for clothes per 1,000 litres. Yeah, certainly worth getting into the productions. And we will do when the moment is right. As for the honey, let's see how much we have over here. Okay, it's actually full. It's 120 litres. So I'm going to put that onto the trailer, just over here. And because it is full, I don't know if there's going to be another pallet spawning anytime soon. Okay. There we go. So it's going to bring a bit more money in. And I've decided that just because there are no used mowers or loading wagons, we are going to have to lease them, this time only, hopefully, because I want to mow that field, I want to collect it up, I want to put it in the pit, clamp it down, and start to make silage, because that can be a very good way of making money. And then we can use that money to buy a mower and other equipment. So yeah, let's just head off, let's go and take this. The price is currently really good over at the farm shop. And then we'll come back and we can mow. I think the last time it was about £400, so if we can get another 400 or 500, that would be nice. 380. Okay, well, it almost was 400. I think doing silage is going to be a great way to bring in some good money. Because we need good money. I must fertilise the crops, and well, I don't know if we're going to rent a fertiliser spreader as well, but I prefer not to. All of the fresh green leaves of early spring. Yeah, it looks like the tractor is pretty much finished, maybe on its final run. I think for this job it's probably going to be best actually if I do use the Valmet anyway, so we're going to use the voucher Valmet, we'll take it over to the store to pick up the required equipment. First of all, it will just be a mower. But yeah, as soon as the sheep have produced their wool, we'll either be making clothes or we'll be selling it as a raw product. Right, I'll do the final piece. Save a little bit of money. Just the right working width. That is absolutely perfect. Made to measure. Oh yeah, we're still wearing the same clothes as well. It's probably about time after half a year that we got some new clothes. These ones could do with a clean. And it really hasn't used much seed. We still have 56% in there. I'll go and put the drill back in the shed. Try and find every available spot in this barn. There we go. I suppose before we head off we should take a look in here. Again, oh look, that's popped up, a tree planter. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't need a tree planter at the moment. So, mowers. Let's take a look at the mower category. I think it's inevitable that we're going to buy something like this, or this. That's got a working width of 4 metres, that's got a working width of 4.4 metres. Okay, I'm going to put this one on the back. That's only £918. And this one on the front. Here we are, back at the farm with our front and rear mower. And combined, this should produce a fairly good working width. So I can start to unfold them. See the wind blowing it. Right, so I have put the sheep enclosure just here. But it doesn't really matter too much. As it's rectangular, it's not going to be too awkward to get around. Just takes up the lower section of the field. And maybe it's going to be worth going across this way first of all. Get as close as possible. We'll see. There we go. I will be going up and down the field, not across it. I guess if we were desperate we could mow this central part as well. Bit of free grass. Right, so we are ready. Ready to do some good mowing. Control V will lift both at the same time. It will do the front and it will do the rear, which makes it much easier to turn around at the end. Yeah, we've got some good grass on this. Not bad for April. I guess it is first cut time. We'll just go around the headland. And the tractor doesn't seem to be struggling at all. Although I think strictly this this particular tractor doesn't have a front PTO, it's just a front 3-point linkage, so we are getting a bit of a secret benefit there. Very kind of it to let me use this. Yeah, because I can't see a PTO shaft running to it. It is definitely a PTO shaft driven mower. Oh, we could even go down here, look. Just nearing an end. It's been very successful. It's unfortunate actually that we don't have anything else to mow. I suppose I could mow the field boundaries, since we are going to be having to rent a windrower and a loading wagon, but it shouldn't add up to be too much, and I really don't want to be leasing much. I've said this before, but hopefully you can see the reason why we are having to lease today. It's just not, what we're doing today is not something we can do otherwise, and because we can make some good money out of this, it's certainly worth doing. Yeah, because sometimes I do get told that I lease too much. From now on, well, since a few months ago actually, I've always tried to think more about what I'm doing before I lease. I ask the question, could I buy this second hand? In 19 there was the used machinery mod, or is it worth doing? To put it simply, is it actually worth doing? If you're going to have to rent everything, what are the profits afterwards? With this, yeah, definitely worth doing. I would love to buy stuff used, but obviously we can only buy stuff which is actually available. That's the good thing about it. Okay, here we go, the last piece. Yeah, we could run around the field boundary. It's all extra grass. We won't need the rear mower, just the front mower. So let's turn that off. This is my canola field, looking quite good. Okay. I really don't know how much we're going to get out of it. Yeah, it's not too bad. We've got the grass around the house as well. And there is enough space to get in without hitting the trees. Oh, it's a really good swath. Yeah, this is worth doing, especially as we have the mowers for an hour. I didn't realise it opened up so much down here. We're actually going to need the rear mower. There's a decent amount. Now what we could do if we wanted to is expand the field, but I think actually maybe keeping the grass is going to be beneficial. All that. Just keep mowing that every time. Feed it to the sheep or put it into the silage pit. Wow. There we go. And then back up this side, and that should conclude it. That's been worthwhile. Okay then, so I'm going to head back over to the store. I'm going to get these returned. It's a shame we couldn't do more with them, but we've done something. And then we're going to come back with a windrower. I must pick it all up today, though. It has to be put into the pit. Very important. Whoops. No, wrong one. And actually, maybe we could tidy the yard up a bit. I don't think it actually gives us this grass, but it still mows it, and it makes it look tidier. Yeah, I don't want to spend too long doing this. We do need to crack on. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can see it looks nicer, and the tire marks will wear away. Much neater. I'll keep the area around the greenhouse long. It just looks natural. I like to keep a relatively tidy yard. I know I do leave my vehicles lying around, but yeah, we can actually do some more storage space too. That's a vast improvement. And then just this piece here. Should all regrow, but it might keep it neat for a couple of months. I'm not 100% sure what the idea behind this sort of central piece of grass is, because I'm tempted to put trees on it. We might as well. Then it's not being used, so it's always nice to have grass, it really is. But whenever I see grass, I always think, let's put some trees on it. It's the same in real life. Any piece of land which is not being used, why don't we put trees on it? Right, okay, so let's get this returned. Although it cost us about £1,500, it's been worthwhile. Now we can return the leased items just by going to the store page. If I go to here, mowers, return, return. Next we have a windrower. So I'll just find the windrower category. Quite a variety here. Interesting. That would suffice, but I'm just wondering. That's 3.4 metres, that one is 2.5 metres for only £900 more. How much is this one here to lease? £413. I think we could probably go to that. 3.4, 4.7, yeah, we'll go for this. I won't get the loading wagon just yet, as we're only down the road from here. There's no point leasing loads of stuff in one go. And you never know, we might be able to do this whole field without dropping the bank account below £20,000. Because one thing's for sure, when we've sold all this, yeah, the bank account is going to be looking very healthy. Although I say that without even looking at the price for silage, but it's usually pretty good. We should get digestate as well. And biogas, I would imagine. Let's see. Silage. £588, or £340 at the livestock market. Seems reasonable. It's just the beginning. I've never felt happier than here. Nice. I keep getting achievements and I don't actually know what they mean. I haven't looked into it. Since I was driving at the time, maybe it was something to do with the amount of miles I've done, or maybe it's the amount of time we've owned this farm, who knows. Right, so we'll unfold this. They are already in sort of half decent swaths, but I think it was the rear mower which was wide spreading. So we'll just basically put it into one, make it much neater than before. There's the train. Yep, I don't think the other one would have been big enough. It wouldn't have been wide enough, because as you can see I'm trying to pull it across from one side to another. So this will take a little bit of time, because I do need to be quite careful. But yep, the finish we're getting here is just right for our windrower. And I don't like to keep doing loads of time lapses, but sometimes it just pays off to do it, because then we can cram more into one video. Okay, I don't really need to go around the corner, because we can go up and down the field. And which tractor shall we use to clamp? I suppose the Voucher again, it's probably the heaviest. That is something else that we can see now. We can see the weight of a tractor in the store page. Okay, right, there we go. That's another swath done. And then we'll just keep going up and down until we have completed the field. Then it'll be time to go and pick up the windrower. Yep, so I take this all the way across and then bring this other one back into this one. Yeah, it's clearing quite a substantial area. Right, okay. I will see you when we've almost finished. Just finishing off. It's been a great success. Might be a bit troublesome trying to get this little piece that I've put up against the vineyard, but overall it's going to be fine. So, let's go over there. Yeah, they're pretty neat swaths, really. Very happy with those. Just go do this piece down here. And there we go. We really are finished. It's all the windrowing done. So time to return this, and then we can pick up our loading wagon. Really hope there is an affordable one. I would prefer not to be baling it all, because it would mean selling it as grass, which will be considerably cheaper than selling it as silage. So yes, we really do need to have a loading wagon. Or we could have a baler which wraps. But yes, I would imagine that's going to be extremely expensive. I've just taken a look. To get a baler which wraps on lease, it's £4,000. To get a forage wagon of a decent size, like this one or this one, there's massive ones, but we obviously can't pull those. It would be about half, well, £2,500. I would imagine the smallest one is about £1,500. So yes, it is going to be easier just to put it all into a pit, although we will still have to take it out of the pit again and transport it to a sell point, meaning we need a pretty decent sized trailer. So yeah, no way is perfect, but we'll still have to buy a bale trailer to transport a load of silage bales. So I am going to use this. I would love to use that. How much power? 130? We should be able to run it then. Yeah, we should be able to run that. Let's go with it. It's pretty big. I think this tractor's about 190. Okay. Deer on the road. Of course, that grass was never fertilised, so it's not going to be an amazing yield. I will start here with the lowest quality grass. I would expect this to fill it very, very slowly. Yeah, that's slow. So when we get into the nice grass, it should fill it faster. This was just extra. This is all extra. Lots of crows. Lovely day too. Beautiful day. This is the reason I didn't want to be too close to trees. There are branches that stick out and you can get stuck on them. But I think we're going to be okay today. I'm not that close to the trees. We're just going to the very light branches. 22 or 23% from the first headland. This one is going to be a bit more impressive. We brought two into one. Yeah, I'm going to keep this as grass. It's very handy. And my canola, it's desperate for some fertiliser. We need money. We need a used machine. Oh yes, that's filling up much faster. Just take a look at the difference in size between this swath and these swaths. They're so much more impressive. So, since we're going to be over this side, I will tip this load straight into the pit as we're here. It just makes sense. There we go. And then we'll head back down there, and then we'll be into the field. And the more I can drive over it with every load, the better. And I don't want to be too close to the ends, because otherwise it could spill out, creating more work. And that tractor is a bit in the way. Actually, since we're in this tractor, I'll just go and grab a bale. We could give the sheep some of this grass, but yeah, as we already have bales here, and I want to make as much silage as possible, let's just give them this. We have 1,500 litres left in this little bale. They might take all of that. Yep. Lovely. They're converting it into wool. Indirectly. Parts over here out of the way. And we shall crack on. We have lots to do. This is starting to look so much neater. We're getting plenty of grass, which is great. It's all looking very promising. And because I have it currently set to 1 day per season, I'm wondering if it'll be actually ready tomorrow in the next episode, because otherwise it means it would have taken over a month to ferment. It'd be really nice if it is ready. We might even be able to use this loading wagon to transport it. But it would also mean having to pay again. Pay more rental, but yeah, it might be cost effective, possibly, but the priority obviously is to get it all compacted and then covered over. We need to blanket it over. Ooh, lots more honey. With it being May next month, we might see some substantial changes with the vineyard. I do need to do some more work to that vineyard actually. I just placed it and I haven't really done anything with it. It does need maintaining. The last swath. 4:30 in the afternoon. Good timing, just need to get it all covered over. Yeah, I think I probably shouldn't have placed this vineyard until we had more money, but you know, I'm desperate to use all of the new features in 22, although I might use the Elm Creek map for that, because obviously Elm Creek is a map which I'm going to have more money on. Good, so it's going to be pretty much another full load there. %. We'll put it on the right hand side of the pit. Keep it nice and level. An even spread. Oh, got stuck. Bit too close to the oh no, bit too close to the wall there. It's exactly what I didn't want to do. Okay, well, it's in. At least it shouldn't spill out. Now I just need to keep driving over it, but I want to know the total. How much do we have in here? 89,174 litres. Brilliant. This is going to set us up for some nice money, maybe £40,000 maybe, roughly. Just guessing. 40,000 would be good. Compacted 32%, so yeah, just keep driving it backwards and forwards and we'll be soon done. It will gradually get smoother too. It's very, very rough at the moment. All these little mountains of chaff that I've made. That seems to have compacted really quickly. But I guess we do have quite a few wheels on this. There we go, 100%. Please don't spill out the front. Looks like it's not going to. And then we should be able to press R. And there we go, it's fermenting. We're fermenting our grass. Ah, a little bit of spillage. Well, that could be put back in the pit next time or something. It's a tiny amount. Oh, that's filling up nicely. So, we are going to leave this video here. It's going to be interesting to see what will have changed by the next episode, because that'll be May. Absolutely desperate for a sprayer, or a fertiliser spreader, as mentioned many times. Oh, look at Tedder. If only that was a windrow or something. We will need a Tedder. That's kind of annoying, actually. Oh no, I did say at the beginning of this video, I can't just mess around. It is 5,644. Since we don't own a mower yet, it would seem a bit strange to buy the Tedder first. I'm not desperate for a Tedder. I am desperate for a fertiliser spreader and a mower. So, yeah, they're the machines I'm desperate for. We will buy them. As for this loading wagon, I'm going to keep hold of it for now, because we'll probably use it to transport this to the sell point. Otherwise, it's going to take a very long time with the front loader, scooping it up and putting it into here. So, that concludes this video. As I said, I know there's been a lot of time lapses, but it was the only way forward really for this particular video. Lots to do. So thank you so much for watching. The next episode is coming very soon. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye for now.